Okay, welcome to Mass Effect. The reason why I'm starting it on this part here instead of actually going in is just because the local cluster, it has an interesting name to it because it's the local cluster. There's all these other ones over here. And the reason why this one I thought I would do it is because I'm just going to travel to another system quickly. The reason why I did that, want to do this mission specifically, is because of where the mission is set. I have made a couple of adjustments as well. I've bought some stuff, I've spoken to the crew, and this is the local system. And if you gathered off of Mercury, population 340. Quite interesting the fact that this is how the world ended up. Venus, population 800. Mars, population 3.4 million. Quite an interesting one, the fact that because the way it is, because it is 3.4 million, bearing in mind that it doesn't actually have like a surface temperature is pretty low, barely any atmosphere, gravity is weak. Very interesting one. But it's the closest actual proper planet. You've got Jupiter as well, of how it's gone. All the moons in total, 9,100 population. Oh, what's the name of it? I know there was a moon around that goes around Jupiter, and apparently it was like has similar conditions to Earth. Well, it's supposed to have similar conditions to Earth, so it's one of those really interesting things. Population, because there's helium-3 in there. The moon of Titan is mined for hydrocarbons and used as a hostile environment training facility for Alliance Marines. Maybe it's a Saturn moon. I can't remember to be sure. Uranus, quite a huge population. After the development of the Mass Effect FTL drive, distant Uranus was a target of the land rush. Then there's Neptune. Though Neptune has plenty for its remoteness made it unpromising target. And it's cheaper to explore, it's never seen extensive development. Yeah, it's a small thing. And then there is Pluto over here. Ice Dwarf, gateway stations, and it's actually yes, where is it? Pluto's orbit was circularized in thingy as a side effect of the Sharon mass relay recovery operations. Basically, what that means is Pluto is the closest planet. There's the closest object within the system. That's it's the closest one to the mass relay, which I don't be seen as the asteroids. I don't actually think there's anything in the asteroids. Yeah, and then of course there's Earth. For detailed information, please refer to the Standard Issue Alliance Galactic Codex. Earth's orbit is riddled by debris generated by bootstrap space development. Use of kinetic barriers is recommended at altitude over 85 kilometers. So I believe what that basically means is that when you come in and put your shields up because of all the debris in the space. Day length is 23.9 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 1 Earth atmosphere. Surface temperature 23 Celsius. Bloody hell, it's warm. 1 Earth year is an orbital period and 1 AU. So yeah, that's where they based everything off. And if you actually saw the population on it, it is 11.4 billion. And then there's 250,000 on space stations. Yeah, it's quite significant. Bear in mind that our current population is what do you call it? 7 billion. So the population of the moon, 4.1 million. Very interesting, the fact that there are how you see how it goes, not how you see how it goes, how it ends up. 4.1 million is quite a lot, to be fair. An early source, Luna is now mined for materials used in space habitat construction. 24 major stations have been constructed at Earth's L4 and L5 Lagrange points, all from lunar resources. Capital is Armstrong. If you don't know why, then just, I don't know, go back to the 1960s, I would assume. Colony founded 2069, whereas you compare that to Mars, and I believe it says, let's say there, colony founded a couple of years after that. Yeah, I don't know what Terra Nova's is. Terra Nova is the big planet. But we'll get onto Terra Nova a bit later. But yeah, quite neat though. Atmospheric pressure trace. That basically means none. But this is the moon, and we actually can land on the moon. Now, the reason why we can land on the moon is because there's a mission there. And I'm just trying to think of who I should take on it. Yeah, I think that works. I'm actually quite liking this setup with Garrus and Liara, because of the biotic is very useful for support. You see in the background the Earth's there. It's quite neat actually. Yeah, Earth. What is that? That would be... I don't think that's the United States. China, maybe? I don't know. Can't quite make that out. Not particularly sure on what that is. Could be China. Oh well. Yeah, so this is it. There is Alliance training ground and some debris. I believe this is a CCCP thing. Is what it is. Quite neat. You don't have to worry about Thresher Moors on this, so just dip about on the moon. I'll stop that now. Yeah, it's quite neat being on the moon. It's over there, by the way, that thing that we're heading to. I believe it says CCCP on it. I think it's meant to be a Soviet probe. Because we must remember, the Soviets were the first humans in space. Something we can forget. Yuri... I know his first name, Yuri.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, CCCP Luna 23. You can salvage it for stuff. But I can't, because electronic skill is too low. I can't remember what you get in it. I think you actually get weapons and mods to it, which is quite weird, because Russians haven't been telling us everything. We've got to go over this bit here. So, yeah, we've landed in like a moon crater, I believe. Quite interesting. It is pretty neat though, this map. There's like... It does have that feel to it. It is like a specific map, so to say. I've got to admit, the one thing that I do kind of find annoying about some of these maps, like the ones where you just land on a planet and then just zip about on the map, though, is you're never near any... that was a rocket, by the way. There are a couple of turrets. You're never near any like real... how to put it? You're never near any civilizations. You're probably wondering, why are you aiming at such an odd angle? First, because it works. Then we hop out, we do a bit of moon jumping. Let's kind of take away from it that there's no gravity effect, but oh well, what are you going to do about it? Now, it's quite funny how Earth isn't really important in the first two Mass Effect games. It's just like, oh yeah, there's a planet, it's called Earth. You know, that's the gist of it. Not really relevant in the early games. The last one is relevant. It kind of. Which one wants 4? Yeah, I don't need that. I'll quit my sniper actually. Did get a new sniper. Yeah, this is what happens when you get sniping maxed. That bit nice and cleared out.
I think we're good, Shepard.
Get my shields back up and running quickly. So I think the way these work are, the plot of this is that there's a rogue VI, you've just got to
That's the last of them.
might actually be easy just to use the assault rifle. Look at my shield, ridiculous.
Perimeter secured.
Codex.
All targets eliminated.
Another journal. Just increase this by get advanced carnage. Yeah, that I have other characters as well. May as well unlock electronics. Garrus Carrion. We shall increase your assault training so you can get adrenaline. And equipment and get all of this stuff. Ooh. Ooh. But a scanner 6 wouldn't be bad. Quite neat actually to have that for a pistol, so. I did get a new. Yeah, it's not as useful as medical interface to be fair. Field bypass I don't really care about. Nothing spectacular yet. I didn't actually know you could do this. That's actually quite neat, to be honest. I can hold down Shift and W, and I don't actually have to turn my mouse. It would just do it for me. It's quite neat. Head over into the Mako. We'll go to this one.
All targets eliminated.
What the fuck? Oh, yeah. Stay frosty. The 2, Storm 6.
Heads up!
Is it more drones? There's another one.
That's the last of them.
So, sorry if you're wondering why I'm doing that, it's just because it sounded like as if it just stopped. The sound effects weren't fully working, so or something might be wrong. I don't know what that is, but I'm just humming it for some reason. Now you may have noticed we're still wearing our helmets because they put a poisonous gas, or the VI did.
All clear.
So it means that like we can't actually we can't just like breathe normally.
Engaging target.
Perimeter clear.
No, it's not. But yeah.
That's the last of them.
But it's definitely neat being on Earth is quite fun actually. Well, being on the moon is quite fun. I can't believe I missed that. I don't know why it matters. All I'm gonna do is just sell it off. But oh, money, 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 money. Oh, get the Mako. Like that, all the moon dust coming up. So I'm assuming there'll be kinetic barriers on this one. It does slowly increase in difficulty as you go along doing this, but it's quite straightforward. And eventually you just kill the VI. So that's what this is. It's what's causing all of this, just the VI.
Area secured.
Whoops.
That's the last of them.
I'm sorry there's not much commentary, but... Oh, I know what I could talk about. I said it in the previous episode, but for some reason I completely forgot about it. Oh! Ah, yes, I remember this. I just remembered it now. That's what this fucking mission was. So yeah, this is the specialist thing. You get two options. I think they differ depending on what you are, but some of them do overlap. So I can't remember which ones it is though. I think it's... I think the shock trooper is soldier and vanguard. And I think the commando is soldier and infiltrator. I think I usually went for shock trooper. I'm trying to think what I should go for this time. Commando's not a bad idea. But, and this doesn't carry over to the next game, unfortunately. Well, the specialization class doesn't carry over, but you can acquire another specialization class, which if you were to pick, which come up with like the same options as they would in this game, but it's not as though in Mass Effect 2 you start off as a well, commander or shock trooper, you would just start off as a soldier type of thing. Yeah, we'll go with this one. I don't use snipers too often for it to be
I
significant
think we're
enough.
done here.
Yes, yeah. So that was the VI thing. Washed and sorted. Admiral Hackett will probably go well done. But anyway, the to be honest, there's no point in talking about it now. I was gonna say the different ages of like species in the game because I mentioned it in the previous episode, but I never really. Oh, fucking hell! There we go. Bloody harder than it should have been. So yeah, like Asari, I think are the oldest. Oh, communion till 6. Neat. Krogan live for... I think they live until like... I know they live for centuries. I'm not sure about Turians. I would assume they live a bit longer than humans. Quarians live around the same age as humans, except for they're more prone to pass away earlier because of their weakness to illness. Humans live until about 150 in the lore of the game at the current point of time due to medical advances and X, Y, and Z. Solarians live for very short lives, and so there are other things. That's it. We're gonna just head back to the... Where to go? Margie? I don't know. We'll do Feros next. I know this isn't the actual thing, but just the different ages of things. I'm just loitering about, waiting for the message to pop up.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Normandy, this is Alliance Command. We're detecting your presence in the Attican Beta Cluster. One of our surveillance drones was gathering intel on Geth activities in the region when it was spotted and shot down. You need to go groundside and recover the drone's data module before the Geth find it.
Right, well, I won't actually do that in the next episode. Next episode we'll go to Feros. I'll do this one off screen, so hope you enjoy.